Hey, we're back. That was the Silvers doing Only One Can Win. And
I just don't like that idea.
No, I don't either. So let's forget it now and we'll talk about something else. Last Saturday morning, after we did the Live from the Heartland show, I had the honor of driving my wife Paige out to the airport. She was going to see her dad who had a stroke on the slope. We talked about that. On our way back, it was like a vacation in the city. I took a slow route. I ended up on Howard Street, cruising back to Rogers Park. And I tuned on my favorite station, WLUW 88.7, Chicago Sound Alliance. And the music was just something else. It was like there was some rockabilly. There was some like surfy stuff. There was like old R&B, you know, and you know, and I called the station, and it was James Porter doing. He was filling in, I think, for Tom Jackson or somebody, and he was doing his show, an extra version of his monthly show. The third, I think it's the third Saturday of each month.
Exactly.
And it's called the Hoodoo Party, rock and roll, R&B to rock and roll, and all points in between. Yeah. And I was blissed out. I called up, I thanked him for his music, and I called back. I said, can you come on the radio show? Here he is. So James Porter, good morning to you, and thanks for getting up early on another Saturday morning.
Hello, you everybody out there in Radio Land.
Hey, James.
How you guys doing?
Glad you made it, man.
Yeah.
All right, what's hoodoo? You keep quiet, Michael. What's hoodoo to you?
All right, hoodoo to me is the official dictionary definition of the James Porter.
Hey, I'll take whatever you say. What
Okay.
it means to you is...
All right, the hoodoo, okay, basically what it is, just like, you know, getting down to the truth of the matter, even if lies are involved. You know, just like stripping all the icing away, you know, stripping all the extraneous stuff, and just getting down to, I hate to use this cliche, but it kind of applies, the real nitty-gritty.
Down to the nub of things.
Yes, I like to think that my show kind of represents that. You know, I mean, I tell everybody, it's like, you know, vintage rock and roll and blues and all points in between, so nobody calls me asking for Coldplay or something. But, you know, but in reality, I mean, the show is based like the early 50s. It cuts off around 68 when the psychedelic thing comes in. And even though most music I play is in that vein, I do play newer acts in that same vein, like say Deke Dickerson or Nikki Hill, you know, and it all flows together. It's not just like the typical oldie show where I wheel out the typical stuff from the soundtrack of American Graffiti or like the 60th grade Motown hits or something. I mean, it's I dig deep. Really,
every name you've said thus far, plus the name of this the first performer that we're going to play, Randy and the Radiants, they're all new to me. And I'm old, and I am an R&B person.
Well, he did do Junior Walker in the All-Stars, Shoot Your Shot or whatever.
But I like that his depth is
yes.
is deeper.
Yeah, there were a lot. I thought I had a lot of old stuff, the Wrens, you know, and I mean, I just I have a lot of old records.
Yeah, but, James Porter, you should definitely go and see Michael's
But James Porter's tunes, there were a whole bunch of these people I did not know. I mean, you got Bobby Freeman, Betty Lou got a new pair of shoes. You know, you got
and that was it.
You got Bobby Mitchell. You got a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we loved it. So why don't you introduce this next tune, like you would be on your radio show. Here we are.
Okay.
Get ready for the Hoodoo Party.
This is James Porter, the Hoodoo Party. He's the very best in vintage rock and roll and blues and all points in between. Right now, we're going to go all the way to Memphis for one of the last bands to record for the fabled Sun Records, owned by Sam Phillips, a band called Randy and the Radiants with my way of thinking.
James Porter spinning today here on Live from the Heartland.
Hey, James Porter, you actually sitting here looking at you, remembering back. You were on this show once before.
Late 2014, I did an article on Herman Roberts,
Oh.
who owned the Roberts Motel and Nightclub on the South Side, and he told his story for me, and you had me on the show discussing him and his legacy.
Harold Washington introduced me to the Roberts Motel, and it was not a personal thing, folks. Not. It was a community thing. But I loved the Roberts Motel for what they did for the community at that time.
And he's still with us, thank God. Herman is, yes.
Really?
Are you still writing for the Reader or other publications?
Actually, I am. I've been writing, doing a lot of show previews for them. Been doing some stuff with for the Pioneer Press, and I have a book coming out hopefully this time next year.
Dang, man!
Yes.
What's your book about?
It's about obscure black rock and rollers.
Right on.
Not R&B guys, but rock and rollers. So yeah.
Who would be obscure rock and rollers?
Oh God, who I talked to? I think probably the most well-known people in the book might be Gary U.S. Bonds and Eddie Clearwater.
Oh, wow.
After that, I talked to...
Eddie Clearwater was on the show last week.
Yeah, he was telling me, yeah. Well, I talked to this black surf guitarist named Wooly Glover, who was in a one-hit band called the Pyramids. Their big hit was Penetration. They were like these 5 bald-headed dudes, you know, 4 white and 1 black, you know, who played surf music, and they appeared in the movie Bikini Beach with Stevie Wonder. So, yeah.
Perfect.
A whole bunch of people I interviewed. A few funk guys from the 70s, a few punk guys. So yeah, it's all over the place.
Where did you grow up? And I want to know where you were listening to all this music as a kid growing up, and what got to you that put you on
How'd
this
you get
road?
to where you are today?
Like that song by Otis Brown, Southside Chicago. So,
Indeed.
I grew up in Chatham. I was so impressed by the little record player we had, the little big console TV and record player we had in the basement, that my parents got me one of my own when I was like 5 years old.
Wow.
And my first record was the Jackson 5s, Looking Through the Window. And I went through all these musical phases growing up, and I kind of had a sidetrack. There used to be an oldie station here in Chicago. I can name the call letters because they're not around anymore. WFYR.
Of course.
Right.
Fire.
Yeah, exactly. Chicago Fire.
Right.
And I originally tuned in listening to, I wanted to hear like the old Motown and Stax stuff, so I was only into soul music at the time. And the other stuff I kind of listened to was a goof. I was like, ha ha, 16 Candles. I'm like, over the twist. You know, next thing you know, I start out laughing. Next thing you know, here I am.
And then you're dancing.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You know, there you go.
I know.
You know, it made me think of the first album I bought, which was Johnny Ace.
Hey, there you go.
Do you ever play any
The
Johnny
Memorial
Ace?
album. Yeah, I think I probably have somewhere down the road. Yeah.
Again, I'd like to see the two of you around your record collection.
I want to go see his.
Yeah.
Pretty monstrous, actually, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you go out hunting records? I know my kid who's in the band Twin Peaks, you know, they're always off buying used records and coming back with
That sounds
stuff.
like me.
But you do go out and spend time like hunting through the records? Do you go to these record fairs? Where do you find this stuff? Do you go for albums for 45s, 78s?
All over the place. I mean, albums, 45s, and CDs. You know, I go to the shows. I go to the regular stores like, you know, Dusty Groove and Logan Hardware. You know, and now the CDs have been devalued. I've been finding some really good stuff in the 99-cent bin, CD-wise. So yeah.
Well, James Porter, how about coming back on the air as the host of the Hoodoo Party and give us another tune?
All right, this is a band I used to see. And well, first of all, I'm James Porter. Listen to the Hoodoo Party, I think.
Hoodoo Party on Live from the Heartland.
Live from the Heartland on
Yeah.
WLEW 88.7. This is a band that used to play Chicago quite frequently, as recently as the early 2000s. They used to play over here at Milt Treniers Lounge, which is over here on Fairbanks Court. You know, and the name of the band was called the Treniers. Milt wasn't a member, but he sang with them sometimes. And those guys used to cut up. Unfortunately, Claude Trenier would have died around 2003, I think it was. You know, we left me with some pretty cool memories. I might as well tell you, the CD that we're about to play, it's from a compilation that I actually bought from the Treniers off the bandstand. They played at Milt Treniers Lounge, right? And it was so funny. It's like, I bought the CD off of him, and I asked him, hey, Claude, could you sign this for me? He said, yeah, sure, kid, but let me talk to these other people first. And so I'm sitting on the bar stool. I put the CD on the bar stool next to me, you know, and then looks like you know what's coming up next, right?
It
right?
disappeared.
And no, it didn't disappear. What happened was Claude Trenier sat on it. And it still plays to this day. And we're about to hear it now. So it's like, you know, and he did autograph my copy. Rockin' Is Our Business by the Treniers on WLEW.
We are back. That was
We're
great.
shaking our bodies and jumping around here at the Live from the Heartland show, listening to the Hoodoo Party, James Porter Show.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That was just Rockin' Is Our Business by the Treniers. That sounded very 50-ish to me. I don't know.
Because it is.
Because it is. Okay, that answers that. How did you wind up here at WLUW? How did you find this gig?
How I wound up here? Well, I'm good friends with Tom Jackson. I've
Okay.
appeared on his show, you know, quite a few times, doing a few things. And I bumped into him at Fitzgerald's one night in 2013. And I guess I kind of wanted to do this on a lark because I hadn't been on the air in a long time. I had a show that was kind of like this at WHBK in the 90s called the Hoodoo Hoedown.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
play a lot of country stuff.
I play a lot of country stuff on the current show, but I'm actually changed the name. But this is basically like Hoodoo Hoedown 2017 right here. So yeah. But anyway, it's like going back to summer of 2013. That's when I asked Tom Jackson, "Hey, listen, I wouldn't mind having a show on WLUW. Any slots open?" And then he said that he was kind of subletting slots on during his hour, you know. And so I've been doing this show. Sort of started as a lark, you know, but it's grown, you know. I mean, I've had a pretty good listenership. You know, people recognize my voice in the street or whatever. Even better, I was profiled sort of in New York Magazine about a month ago. Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, not so much profile, but I think I had a little feature on, like, you know, where they had like one DJ talk about, you know, the show that they like, and then that DJ talks about the show they like, and goes the chains keeps going and going to something. At one point, somebody pointed to me, you know.
Sweet.
And, yeah.
That's what I actually heard on the radio when I was listening to your show last week, because you were talking about other DJs, and I just wondered, how is this network of DJs? You're all connected. Are there more and more shows, kind of hip old shows coming on around the country? What's
Actually,
happening?
there is. I mean, because the internet kind of brought everybody together, I will say. I mean, when I did the show in the 90s, the internet was just getting started, you know, and I mean, every now and then I have people calling in and saying they like my show, but I mean, there was this feeling like, you know, yes, I'm sitting in these four walls talking to myself and playing records like I do at home. You know, but no, I mean, it's like I have people on the internet, you know, I got listeners all the way from, like, you know, Australia, you know,
sweet,
all around the USA saying they dig the Hoodoo Party, and there's like other similar shows that I kind of like too. So yeah.
What way would you want to expand or grow in if you were going to enlarge your direction, or do you like the highway you're on? And
what way would I like to expand it? I mean, I would like to be, you know, a little bit more megawatts.
All right. All right.
You know, to just kind of blanket the country like my man Wolfman Jack did back in the time.
That's a good thing to ask. We got to ask everybody that, because that will happen.
Yeah. I mean, you know, nobody knows where I'm coming from. You know, they'll just say I'm just like this mysterious voice in the night, just like, again, in the movie American Graffiti. You know, it's like, hey, have a popsicle and listen, y'all. Here I am with the Hoodoo Party playing the best in, you know, scratchy 45s and metallic CDs.
We love radio.
How do you plan for your next show? I mean, there's an awful lot. You have all these tunes. You research them on the web.
Well, actually,
you know, you had the set list last week blows me away. What's coming up on your show next month?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, it's like generally, I mean, I do a lot of times, because when your collection's big as mine, you always remember what you have. I'll be sitting around listening to records, and I'm like, hey, that'd be good for the show. Now it's kind of like, you know, write it down in the database. You know, and then I don't plan the sets. Everything's kind of comes together. I mean, it's not haphazard, you know, but it's not like straight down the line. Because if you notice, I mean, I might do, like, say, a set of R&B stuff. But in the middle of it, I might throw in a country singer that sounds like those R&B guys. Or might, you know, it might play like a set of, like, surf stuff. I might play a blues guy who plays something kind of sound surfy.
I love that.
So that's kind of where I'm coming from. It's not just like, you know, straight segregation. Oh, this is the doo-wop set, this is the R&B set, this is the rockabilly set, what have you. It's like, you know, everybody's sitting at the same table.
James Porter, when's your next show?
Third Saturday of this month, which is there's no calendar.
The 21st.
Thank you.
The day of the big marches all over the country, led by women.
And we'll actually be here, or not you. I don't know if you'll be here because we got to march.
I will be marching.
Well, I might march too. I don't know what time it's starting, but we're going to do the live from the Heartland show, and we'll get to see you coming in and setting up.
Yeah,
that's right.
That'll be good. So we got time for one more tune.
Is that okay with you?
Yes,
and
it is.
we may go out on that tune, depending how long it is. But tell us what we're going to listen to.
We're going to listen to a song that's originally known as a theme from Son of Svengoolie. Because we had two different horror hosts use this as a theme song, Svengoolie and then the Son of Svengoolie. You know, and this is how I still kind of think of it to this day, even though it's a great song on its own. My man Link Ray with his big hit, Rumble.